In today's distracted world, our ability to focus is constantly under attack. Notifications, endless scrolling, and shallow tasks consume hours of our lives, leaving us exhausted yet unfulfilled. Cal Newport's Deep Work reveals that our greatest achievements are not born from multitasking, but from cultivating the ability to focus deeply without distraction. This discipline allows us to master complexity, produce meaningful results, and separate ourselves from the noise. Deep work is the forgotten key to excellence. Shallow work fills most of our days. Emails, messages, and tasks that feel urgent but lack impact steal our energy. Deep work, on the other hand, is what creates breakthroughs, builds businesses, and unlocks creativity. Newport reminds us that if we want to thrive, we must create time for deep focus. Before we continue, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and share this message with others seeking focus and purpose. Focus is like a muscle, it must be trained. If we never challenge ourselves to concentrate, the ability weakens. When we deliberately practice focus, it becomes stronger. Just as physical training builds strength, deep work builds mental resilience. The aim is not to work endlessly, but to work with intensity. With fewer hours of distraction and more hours of deep engagement, we achieve results that exceed expectations and create a life that feels meaningful. Newport explains that deep work is rare and therefore valuable. Most people live in shallow distraction, constantly reacting and consuming. But those who train the skill of focus rise above the crowd. A single hour of deep concentration can be more valuable than an entire day of multitasking. In a distracted age, those who go deep produce work of rare quality. This scarcity makes focus a superpower for anyone willing to practice it. Rituals are a powerful way to strengthen focus. We cannot depend on willpower alone. It is too fragile. Instead, Newport encourages us to design routines and environments that naturally reduce distraction. For example, scheduling time blocks, creating quiet workspaces, or removing phones from reach. These simple changes help us stay consistent. Over time, deep work becomes easier, turning into a lifestyle rather than an occasional burst of effort. Habits create structure, and structure supports greatness. Boredom is not the enemy, it is training. Our minds are addicted to constant stimulation. Newport reminds us that resisting the urge to escape boredom builds discipline. When we sit through boredom without reaching for distractions, we grow stronger. Deep work requires this resilience. It teaches us to remain focused when tasks feel challenging. By embracing stillness, we gain control over our attention. Instead of being pulled into shallow activities, we remain steady, productive, and intentional. One practical strategy Newport offers is batching tasks. Rather than scattering attention throughout the day, we group shallow activities like emails or calls into specific time slots. This reduces context switching, which drains energy and breaks flow. Batching frees up larger blocks of time for meaningful, high-value tasks. Productivity is not about doing more, but about doing the right things with total focus. By protecting blocks of deep work, we multiply progress without burning out. Deep work is also about meaning, not just productivity. When we immerse ourselves in a challenging task, we enter flow, where time disappears, energy surges, and creativity expands. This state is deeply fulfilling. Our brains are wired to crave challenge, not constant distraction. Deep work provides that challenge, making life richer. It transforms ordinary work into extraordinary achievement and ordinary days into meaningful progress. The reward is not only results, it is purpose, joy, and mastery. Balance is central to Newport's philosophy. Work with intensity, but rest with intention. Too often, we blur the lines, half working, half resting, never fully engaged in either. Deep work thrives on clear boundaries. When it is time to focus, we do so fully. When it is time to rest, we disconnect completely. Rest is not laziness, it fuels creativity and resilience. By respecting both focus and recovery, we create a rhythm of productivity and peace. Newport also emphasizes the cost of shallow living. Many people drift through life in endless reaction, rarely creating anything lasting. Shallow work may feel safe, but it produces little meaning. Deep work requires effort, but it brings fulfillment. Every moment of focused work compounds into growth, skill, and mastery. Choosing deep work daily is choosing greatness. Shallow living is easy, but depth is rewarding. We must decide whether to live distracted or to live deliberately. To succeed, we must set ambitious goals. Deep work thrives when directed toward meaningful targets. Without a clear purpose, focus fades. Goals create direction, demand concentration, and pull us into disciplined effort. The bigger the goal, the more valuable the focus required to achieve it. Newport shows us that deep work transforms visions into results. Our boldest dreams can only become reality when we protect time, channel energy, and consistently aim for depth. Environments play a major role in focus. The places we work shape our habits more than we realize. A cluttered desk invites distraction, while a quiet, intentional workspace nurtures deep concentration. Newport suggests designing environments that encourage depth, limit devices, reduce interruptions, and cultivate simplicity. By shaping our spaces, we shape our results. Great environments remove friction and make focus natural. Our surroundings can either sabotage or supercharge our ability to perform meaningful work. Another powerful concept is craftsmanship. Deep work turns ordinary effort into excellence. Newport compares this to an artisan shaping wood or stone with precision. When we bring undivided attention to our craft, we produce timeless value. Shallow work leaves forgettable results, but deep work creates legacy. Craftsmanship is about dignity and pride in our output. It is a reminder that true satisfaction comes not from busyness, but from deliberate effort that creates impact and beauty. Newport also reminds us to practice selective ignorance. The world bombards us with information, most of it shallow and irrelevant. Consuming it drains energy without adding value. Instead, we must choose carefully what deserves our attention. Ignoring the trivial allows us to invest in the essential. Depth requires clarity, and clarity requires filtering noise. By refusing distraction, we gain wisdom. By ignoring the shallow, we protect focus for what matters most: our goals, growth, and contribution. Time is finite, and deep work helps us honor it. Every hour wasted on shallow distractions is a piece of life we never recover. Newport urges us to see time as the ultimate currency. When we engage in deep work, we transform hours into results, mastery, and meaning. Each focused session builds skills and progress that endure. Time well spent creates value, while time wasted creates regret. Deep work is the discipline of honoring life's limited hours. Joy is one of the hidden gifts of deep work. Shallow tasks drain us, but focused effort energizes us. The satisfaction of completing meaningful work gives confidence and pride. This joy creates momentum, making discipline easier each time. Deep work is not a punishment, it is a privilege. When we taste its rewards, we want more. The cycle of fulfillment fuels mastery. Deep work builds not only success, but happiness, proving that focus is freedom. Ultimately, deep work teaches us that distraction steals our potential, but focus reclaims it. The choice is ours: shallow busyness or meaningful productivity. Deep work is not reserved for geniuses. It is a skill we all can develop. By creating rituals, eliminating distractions, setting bold goals, and protecting our time, we unlock our greatest power. If this message inspired you, like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with others ready to live with focus.